Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Monday with the Big Dogs Morning Show. Got the franchise player Chris Ruffalo with me and Costi Durant, Saphir from the Syndicate Groups.
Safer syndicate group, sir. Please.
Saphir, safer.
Safer.
Is it safer?
Safer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We've been saying Saphir for like 3 years.
Yeah, since when?
And I understand, but granted, I was the same thing when I was in school. Everybody called me Ruffalo instead of Ruffalo, and I never corrected them. I just got tired of it. So it's like, but
try saying Constantine. One of the teachers try to say it's impossible.
What they call you, constipation or something like that?
What I don't remember, but it wasn't Constantine.
That's I had a third grade teacher call me Steve for 3 months.
You look like a Steve though, so it's not.
My dad's a Steve.
Yeah, like that's not that crazy.
Well, but it's a little bit far from Chris.
So my second grade teacher came up with Kosti, because really in Greek and Ukrainian it's Kosta or Kostya. She was like Kosti, and then it was Kosty instead of Kasty. So they would say Kosti, Costco. Nothing. I never.
Kosty's like, you want to get these hands in bulk.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. Man. Money Making Monday, though, ladies and gentlemen, man. It's the calm before the storm. In college hoops, at least, we got a good handful of games today. Nothing crazy. Just a small card over there, really. NBA is solid card today. I'm going to break it down with the fellas. And then the NHL got it going today. A small card over there, I believe, as well. What, 4 games over there? I saw. Yeah, 4. So, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to do the damn thing. Y'all know what week it is, man. Next week, all of us will be on location. Sunnyside, Las Vegas, man. Ready to do the damn thing, man. So
we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do for the morning show that day.
What day?
The day of the celebration of life.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
What time are we supposed to meet in the lobby?
9.
We may have to either go early or pre-recorded. I don't know, depending on.
All right, so my brain is early. So
we'll think of it. We'll think of something.
Wait,
we still got a week to talk about it, but I was just thinking about that yesterday.
You already put it on my brain. So 9 Vegas time is what time? My time?
12 Eastern.
9 is 7 your time.
No, what?
He's Central.
I know, but we're saying 9 Vegas time because that's when we're meeting at
9 Vegas time. He said, "What's that? His time?" And that's 7 a.m.
No, that's 11 a.m. his time.
I think it's 11. Or is it 7?
Oh, right. The reverse. Right.
Yeah, it's 11. Okay, so 11. It's 11. Yeah.
I was making my brain.
So we usually do the show at 10, so we can do it at 9. We can do it at 9, do it for an hour. So that means we have to be up at 7 Vegas time to do it.
Might have to do 6.
We can do a quick show, a little out, and y'all just have to get y'all ass up.
And it's only going to be the first 4 anyways for college basketball.
It's me, you, and
Romanelli.
Oh yeah, I'm not even on Wednesday. Never mind. You do whatever you want.
Yeah. So
we got time.
I'm pumped up. It's close. You're gonna be there next Monday, right, Chris? And so is Jay.
Yeah.
I'm under a week. No, I'm under a week. Yep.
Under a week. Yeah, I'm coming there Tuesday night. All fired up. It's gonna be great, man. It's either gonna be really good or really bad. I take it back. Never know.
It's gonna be a life changing for me.
generational money.
I'm finna kill ass, bro. I'm finna.
I did really well last March Madness there. I did not do good first weekend of NFL.
Yeah, I got slaughtered first week in NFL, but March Madness I did good last year. So
I'm telling you, I'm just gonna run parlays and just smack them in that first round. I'm telling you, I already got a good feeling.
I'm going. Y'all gonna be looking at me crazy because I'm betting big single. Like I'm just.
Don't lie. You're gonna have one of those juicy money line parlays, dog parlays.
But it's gonna be for so minimal compared to how I'm finna, bro. I'm telling you what I'm finna do to them. I'm trying to get banned, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm already banned. Can't even use the app. I'm gonna try to use the app this time. I'm gonna call customer support before I get there.
Hopefully, BetMGM ain't tripping with me again. They was tripping with me last time.
Oh, they were. That's right.
Yeah. So we'll see. I gotta go hit Caesars or something.
Boring. I need MGM.
Let's hit somebody today, man. Who we hitting today, man? Well, first, there's still a lot to talk about from this past weekend. Before the show, y'all two were talking about UFC and how Alex Pereira got beat up. I'm just
Ankalaev, not my champion. Nope. No, thank you.
I saw the clip of Dana White going to look at the scores card before everybody looked at it, like before they announced it. He looked pissed when he looked at it. He said,
"Because the wrong guy won the fight."
Nah.
No, I'm standing by it.
I had Pereira, and I had him myself. And do I think the scorecards were accurate? No. There's a 49-46 in there, which I don't know how they got there, but Ankalaev did more damage. Look at the punches.
Okay.
Look, Pereira had a bad camp. He came in, he said he had a weird camp. He stood around in the first couple rounds way too much, sizing him up. And I'm not talking about the bully tactic where he just had him pinned against the fence and no takedowns. There was clearly at the end of, I think we were talking about the second or third round where if he would have had another 30 seconds, there's potential he could have knocked him out. That was the biggest punch in the whole fight. It was a very boring fight. I don't know, it's just not the Pereira that we've seen of old, where he just attacks and really gets the best of whoever he's fighting. But very boring fight. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I had Pereira, but I watched the fight again, and I just didn't see anything that Pereira was doing that gave him the win. I mean, he was very, very reserved. So
I'll say I'm furious at it. If you're going to reward fighters for hugging a guy against the cage for 4 minutes every round, I'm going to boycott the UFC. Dana White needs to talk to Mark Goddard, Herb Dean, Jason Herzog, whatever one of these referees he puts in for any fight, especially any big fight, any title fight, and say, look, there's something to be said for octagon control, but hugging a guy against the cage for 4 minutes around is ridiculous. And I'll give Mark Goddard credit. There were a couple times he stepped in and said, okay, enough is enough. Let's get back to this. But there's also got to be something, and I said this to you before we went on the air. There has to be something to be said for A, champion's advantage, but B, the fact that he stuffed all 11 of Ankalaev's takedown attempts. And that's how I do not understand how Ankalaev gets the respect to win that fight. Can't wait for two, because I'll tell you, Pereira's going to come back for that title. But it is what it is. The fight's over. You know, Pereira said he's coming back strong. He's going to take a little bit. He's not going to take a full year off like some of these guys do, but he'll be back in a few rounds, and he'll get back.
And also, Pereira, this was the first guy that matched his size and was even bigger than him, because he's a traditional 185. I mean, that's where he's not going to lose. He's a very big 185 middleweight. He's come up to light heavyweight, but Ankalaev bullied him. He's bigger than him. that you don't see Ankalaev fighting 185. That's not his weight class. So I think he finally got it. That's why they're saying all this crap about Pereira moving up as a super fight against John. John Jones would wax him. Would not even be that good of a fight. He would absolutely beat him down, and he's in a different weight class. He just can't compete with the bigger guys. And I thought he'd be able to throw a lot more punches. The power's there from Pereira, and I just didn't see it. Just didn't see it.
A little UFC talk from these two. I didn't watch the fight.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone comes at me and says anything but call control.
How about the fighting nerds? The fighting nerds came through. Roofy.
Oh yeah,
Spinning heel kick.
that was
Shot.
That was crazy. The fighting nerds are going to take over after the Russians. I'm telling you, they're going to slowly take over.
Mauricio Rufy.
Yeah, Rufy's going to be solid.
I think a total of them have 4 losses in the UFC between all of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Joe Rogan had the glasses on.
What's the next? Oh God, what's the next main event? Is it? I think it's Diego Lopez, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for
a title. It's Volkanovski and Lopez.
Yep, Volkan and Lopez.
Oh, Lopez is going to beat the crap out of Volkanovski. Is Lopez one of the fighting nerds too?
No,
I thought he was for some reason.
No, they're all Brazilian.
So is Diego Lopez.
No, but he said I thought you meant Volk. Is he a fighter?
Oh no. I'm talking about. I'm talking about Diego Lopez.
No, he's not.
No.
Good card though. I enjoyed it. Sad at the end. I mean, I had Gaethje to win. That was my dog. I had Rufy in a double chance. Pereira, fuck me.
Gaethje back is the question.
He's always going to be a good fight against anybody. I wonder what the next BMF title is.
Let's see. See if it says. It said in June of 2024 they were looking for the next fight.
Yeah, somebody just
Max Holloway in January offered a fight to Charles Oliveira. So we'll see.
I'm ready for Sugar Sean O'Malley again.
Oh God.
He's coming. I think he's in 2 UFCs.
You gotta get back, bro. I don't like them grappler ass people. They make me mad. I don't like them grappler. That's funny.
Yeah, that like I said, I had that going 2-2 into the 5th round. I thought someone said it earlier. I thought Pereira won the 5th. I thought he did too. So, but I said if that's the route that people are going to start going, where they're just going to grapple and hold for 20 minutes, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to see if it says that O'Malley. It said that he's still recovering from a torn labrum, so I don't know when he's coming back.
They're saying Corey Sandhagen is probably going to be his next opponent.
Oh God. Okay, so there's O'Malley at minus 1,500.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody could beat Merab. Merab is like one of those guys that is just annoying. Like he has way too much energy. You can't like in these 5-minute rounds, the guy in the 4th and 5th round looks better than most do in the 1st and 2nd. I mean, he's going to be tough to beat.
Well, then Ilya Topuria is going where? He's going to lightweight?
Yeah, to fight Islam.
That's going to be good.
I
never really liked Topuria, to be honest, but That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, Taporia Islam's going to be a really good fight.
Man, let's talk about some college hoops, man. We got
Your Arkansas boys got a 62% chance apparently to make the tournament.
Calipari boys?
They're in, bro. They can shut that 62% up their ass. They need to make it.
All right. Okay.
First four?
Honey, we're in. No.
Cosby's trying to poke the bear.
What do you mean? They've elevated themselves from the first four?
Right now, right now, the latest bracketology I see has them as the one of the last 4 buys. So they would be right now a 10 seed. 10 seed. They face Kansas in the first round.
Woo!
I like our chances.
Yeah, I actually do too.
I keep tracking who UC San Diego is playing because that's going to be my upset special first round, and they haven't playing BYU right now.
Who do they have Maryland playing?
Kansas neutral site. Yeah.
Maryland, they've got playing nobody. No, I'm kidding. Yale.
Oh, not Yale. Anybody but Yale.
They're going to outsmart you to death. All right.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Today we got some tournament games. We got Delaware Townsend.
Blue Hens.
We got Corpus Christi, Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus Northwestern.
Trademarked.
Arkansas State versus Troy.
Trojan man.
Is Sparta.
Wofford versus Furman. Oakland versus Robert Morris.
Bobby Moe.
Montana State versus Idaho State. Charleston versus UNC Wilmington. Incarnate Word Up versus Nicholas. Pepperdine versus St. Mary's, a.k.a. the Brads. The Penguins of Youngstown State versus Cleveland State. Idaho, a.k.a. Idaho versus Portland State. And San Francisco versus the team they can't never beat. Gonzaga. Franchise player Chris Ruffalo. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, there's a few games I like here. The first one we're going to look at, I like the over in Delaware Towson. Delaware is coming off a game where they just scored 100 points despite it being their 3rd game in 3 days. In their 3 tournament games so far, they scored 100. They've scored 79 and 80. And we have a total of 144.5. Even if Towson steps up the defense here, I could still see this game getting up and over the total. Towson put up 75 and 76 points in 2 games against Delaware this season. Towson put up 82 on Drexel. I like the over here. I think we've got a bit of a higher scoring game in this one, especially if Delaware keeps up that offense. I'm going to go with UNC Wilmington laying the 4. Charleston had trouble stopping Wilmington twice this season. Wilmington put up 85 and 86 in 2 head-to-head games. Charleston, I think, getting a little bit of respect for being the team that represented the conference in I think they've won the last 3 colonial tournaments. But a lot of the guys that were on that team left with Kelsey when he went to Louisville. So I think Wilmington is the better team. Like I said, I just think Charleston once again going to have trouble slowing down Wilmington here. So give me UNC Wilmington. And last, I like the over in San Francisco Gonzaga. These 2 teams seem to meet every year in the tournament. It's always Gonzaga that goes through, but it's usually Gonzaga scoring into the high 80s, San Francisco scoring into the high 70s. like 89-77. We saw that was the tournament meeting last year. So I like the over between Gonzaga and San Francisco here.
Sounds like you just gave us San Francisco over. I mean, San Francisco with the points. High 70s, high 80s. That sounds like 10 to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I'm saying that's high 80s at a minimum. Because keep in mind, Gonzaga beat San Francisco by 11 at Gonzaga, but then won the rematch at San Francisco by 20 and put up 95.
Shout out to Big Al with San Francisco last night. That line steamed from 3 to 6.5. Got them in at 3. Didn't matter. You could have got them in at 8. Wouldn't have mattered. Who do I like here? I'm going to go with Robert Morris. Robert Morris has dominated Oakland both times this year. They play really well as a favorite. They're 12-5 as a favorite. Oakland just struggles away from home. They've just had a lot of trouble away from him. I know it's a neutral court game. I just like Robert Morris here. I'm not worried about the 3.5 points. This is the best team in the horizon. This is the semifinals. There's only one team that's going to punch a ticket from this conference, and I believe Robert Morris is going to be that team. They're just dominant, and they've been dominant against Oakland both times this year. I expect it. I know it's harder to beat a team 3 times in the same season, but not with these mid-majors. I'm taking Bobby Morris here, laying at 3.5. And then the other one that I like, you know what? Give me the Krispies. Give me the Krispies. They've been hot the last month of the season. They've dominated Northwestern State in their last 10. They're 8-2 and 7-3 against the spread against them. They just play really good ball against this team. I don't know how far they're going to go in the Southland Conference, but they're going to get the win here today. 3.5. Northwestern State has had a good run. They've won their last 4 games, but playing against this team, they just struggle. So I'm going to take it at 3.5 because they played them early in the season. A&M Corpus Christi was laying 8.5 at home. They won by 9. I think on a neutral court, they win by 5. So laying 3.5 is decent here. I'm gonna take the Krispies.
I'm taking Incarnate Word. Word up. I like here today. They lost to Nichols earlier this season. I thought everybody played everybody twice. Why did they only play them once? I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird that they don't play each other twice anymore.
There were a couple matchups that didn't get played twice for some reason. I think it was just because of the number of teams.
So yeah, they didn't play Northwestern State twice this year, just once.
Yeah. Because I think somebody came over from the WAC to the Southland and threw off the number of teams. It used to be like an even number.
Makes sense.
Or like 10. It used to be 10 teams, I think.
They only battled it out once. Nichols got the win in that one, but Incarnate Word, I think, is a different team, monster and animal right now. I think this is a legitimate 50-50 game. I like the revenge angle as well, getting plus 150. That's where I want to be. I think Incarnate Word up, wins this game today. I'm attacking plus money in that one. Let's see what else I like. This ain't a popular opinion, okay? This is very unpopular. Some of you may say, Jay, call the number. I'm taking San Francisco straight up on the money line, bro.
Yo!
I'm telling you, bro. I don't care.
I like it.
Crazier things have happened.
Crazier shit has happened, bro.
Plus 77, plus 775.
I'm seeing plus 800.
I could get there.
Drop that around. Get that 800 in you.
I'm just saying, bro. It's March Madness. We call it that for a reason. We've seen crazier shit happen. Didn't I tell you yesterday about Iowa? I told y'all yesterday about Iowa over Nebraska. Come on, bro. You gotta win this. Yeah, I know San Francisco don't never beat Gonzaga. That's the problem. That's the problem. But I got a feeling if they're ever gonna do it, it has to be now. Like it has to be right now. Because I don't think Gonzaga is gonna be. I've told y'all for majority of the season, I think Gonzaga is overrated, overvalued. They're a solid team, but they're not as good as what they have been in years past. But I still kind of think they get the respect of that. That's my problem with Gonzaga. So they're just not as good as the teams you may think that they have had. So with that being said, San Fran, if today's the day, bro. Today's the day. You better get them. Better get them.
They're overrated. But I'm gonna name off 4 teams. I want you to tell me which one is the best of the 4.
Let's do it.
Gonzaga, Mississippi State, UConn, Memphis.
Who's the best of the 4?
Yeah.
Memphis.
Disagree, but okay, Jay. I just think Memphis is overrated too. But
I'm gonna have to say Memphis as well.
Okay. If I told you to rank those 4, Memphis, UConn, Mississippi State, Gonzaga,
I'll probably go Memphis. That's tough, bro. Fuck.
I'll tell you mine right now, and it's not even a hesitation. Gonzaga, UConn, Memphis, Mississippi State.
Gonzaga, UConn.
I go Memphis, Gonzaga, UConn, Mississippi State.
I probably go Memphis, Mississippi State. Toss up UConn, Gonzaga. Toss them both up. Fuck them.
I just gave you the 4 projected 8 seeds in the tournament.
Man, we're gonna be fading all they ass.
Give me the 9 seeds.
Memphis is playing West Virginia.
They can beat them. They can beat them.
The problem is West Virginia can't score, so Memphis probably wins that game.
Yeah.
Continue to be overrated and overvalued and get their shit pushed in by Auburn in the next round. UConn, Vanderbilt.
I'm on Vandy all fucking day. That will be a max fucking bet for me.
I can see it. I can see Vanderbilt
right now. I've been on that Vandy train all year. That will be a max J spot. On Vandy.
I could see Vandy pulling it off. I could just see UConn having the ultimate dud. I think Memphis is the only 8 seed that wins in that, to be honest, because I could see the other 3 9 seeds winning. Gonzaga plays New Mexico.
They might squeak out of that.
Yeah.
I think they might.
That might be a 5.5 point line, though. So I'm on New Mexico getting 5.5.
Maybe.
If I look at New Mexico, Gonzaga right now on a neutral floor.
What was that last matchup? Oh, yeah.
Whew. They've got Gonzaga by 9 on a neutral floor.
You know what I like to call that? Overrated and overvalued.
What's the last one?
And the last one was, hold on, let me pull it up here. Mississippi State Creighton.
Oh, you know I'm on the Blue Jays. Come on, bro. You know I'm on the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays might be favored there.
They probably will be.
And again, none of these projections I'm giving are like 100%. I'm just saying these are the projections I have. And Creighton, if Creighton played Mississippi State right now on a neutral floor,
favored by 2.
1.5.
Yeah. Kalkbrenner, most overpaid NIL contract in history.
I love when I don't know the line and I can hypothetically just place the line.
Right.
I love doing that.
I think. Then here's here. I'll give quick reasoning for my ranking. I think Gonzaga is overrated, but I think they're the best talent, like the most talented team of the bunch. I think Memphis is super overrated. They have one good player in PJ Haggerty. They got Tyrese Hunter. That's all well and good, but they can't win games as a heavy favorite under Penny Hardaway. They always seem to fall flat whenever I back them. I think UConn is better than Memphis, and I think Mississippi State is just given their spot because they're in the SEC. I just think if you rank it from a talent perspective, I think Gonzaga is the best of those four. But just me.
That's fair. That's fair. I ain't gonna argue with you two-headed. I ain't gonna argue with you. We're gonna see it play out next week. Hold on, one button that. Oh.
It's coming. I love this week because the conference tournaments are exciting. What the hell was that?
Yes. That's the one I was looking for. There we go. Fair enough. Let me see. Was there anything I left off in college hoops today? Yeah, so I like that shot on the Dons today, man. It's an unpopular opinion, but
Quick revenge game after they got smoked at home by Gonzaga.
Oh, remember, I told y'all this same shit the last time and they got smoked. So I didn't want to really bring that up, but yeah, I'm doing it again. Let's do
They
it.
got smoked in March. They can't get smoked in March twice.
They can't. That's really it for me today. Not overextending. Got a lot of shit coming up in the next couple weeks. A lot of games to be bet. Anything y'all might have missed in college hoops today?
I'm good.
Not a big card.
Fair enough. Skate on over to Chris. What we call it?
The NHLA.
The
Play the
NA.
music. Play the music.
Let me play the music.
Play the music.
Just had it queued up. You see how
That
quick
intro is fire.
getting cold. That's how quick.
Only the real ones have intros. That's what I've realized.
I got it on demand now. We got that wraparound on demand.
On demand.
On fucking demand. Come on, man. Let's talk some hockey today. Oilers and the Sabres, Red Wings and the Senators, Blackhawks and the Avalanche, Maple Leafs and the Hockey Club. It is, I forgot.
It's Costy.
I mean, but we just played the intro. It's like we can't.
I mean, I'm ready if you want.
Can't not, you know what I mean? Like that's like if John Cena came out tonight and somebody walked out to it. Like you'd be like, what the
If you walk out to CM Punk's theme song.
yeah, like, what's going on?
All right, I'll make it quick. The two plays I'm probably rolling with here are the Maple Leafs on the money line. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them. The last couple days where the practices haven't been fun. I bet their coach Craig Berube is a hard ass. He could not be happy with them getting blown out early by Vegas, even though they made an effort to try to come back. They didn't do it, and a game against Colorado where they led and collapsed in the third period. So Utah is still 12-13-6, 12-19 at home this season. They played their best hockey on the road. I think Toronto's the better team here, so go with Toronto. And almost as shocking as your San Francisco plus 775. I'm take a shot on the Blackhawks.
Ah, it's my play.
In Ball Arena? Oof. Okay.
Only reason, okay, and I get it. If anybody says, "Oh, Colorado's gonna beat the crap out of them," I get it. I'm not disputing that. There's a good chance that Colorado beats the brakes off of Chicago here.
In the double revenge spot at home too? Ooh. Oh, you a bold man. Oh,
It's entirely possible that Colorado comes out and beats them like 7-1.
Ooh,
But minus 550 for me is unplayable. Minus 1.5 at minus 200 is unplayable. Chicago's shown that they can beat Chicago's shown they can beat Colorado this year. They've done it twice. And they've been a lot more competitive. Look at their last 6 games. They lost 7-5 to Vegas. Okay, but they still scored 5 goals in Vegas. They beat Anaheim on the road. They beat the Kings at home. Went to overtime against Ottawa, Utah, and Nashville. Yeah, it's not the best competition, that 3-game overtime stretch, but it's a big move from where Chicago has been the last few years. I think they're just going to get up for this game. I think Colorado just might get caught looking ahead. They got a couple games coming up. They got a big road game against Minnesota. That's going to be big for the division. I don't know. Like I said, there's a distinct possibility that Colorado just beats the shit out of Chicago. That beats the shit out of Chicago tonight. But plus 400, plus 160 on the plus 1.5. A coin flip at plus 2.5. I'll take it.
Well, letdown game. Oof, that shit ugly.
Yeah, you took my pick, but I'm gonna back it. I'm not gonna be a hero here. Give me the plus 1.5 on the Blackhawks, plus 155, plus 160. You could shop it around. What I've seen out of this team is they've been playing everybody tough, and they take games to overtime, which means they stay competitive late. I know the double revenge game element. Yes, Colorado could come out here and just blow the socks off of them, but I think they're going to keep it close. Give me the 1.5 plus money. Love that bet in hockey. So don't overcomplicate it. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on the money line, fine, but I'll gladly just get my plus money plus the 1.5.
Y'all some bold men.
It's also the first leg of a back-to-back for Colorado. So you'll probably see the weaker of the two goalies for Colorado here. I think it's Wedgwood.
Y'all some bold men. I like a dog today. They're not really a dog. Kinda though. As the day progresses, you might be able to get plus money. I'm on the hockey club. I just don't like the current form the Maple Leafs is in, man. And I think we got to get them while we can. Losers of 3 straight, back-to-back on the road. I know it's against the last 2 were against the Avs and the Knights, and the hockey club not nearly them. But I like the spot for the hockey club, man. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a revenge game. They just lost their last game to the Blackhawks, so, they want to bounce back at home. And then the last home game they played, they also lost to the Devils, so bounce back game at home, revenge game. Maple Leafs in a funk right now. I can put the pieces together for the hockey club. I'm gonna do it, bro. Fuck it. Let's go Blackhawks. I'm gonna join y'all. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all crazy. Double revenge spot at home at the crib for the Avalanche, who are comfortable at home. This they what? 7th or 6th straight home game. Oof. In Ball Arena. Y'all know what it is with Ball Arena, man. Every team that play in there goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home. Y'all know this. They got a legitimate home court advantage up there in that elevation. Like, come on, bro. We know this. I love me some plus money, man. And the points y'all made, there's some good points. I ain't gonna lie. And I wouldn't, because the Avalanche are so hot, it wouldn't surprise me if this was the flat spot. This kind of reminds me of like the Thunder be like struggling with the Nets just for no damn reason. And it kind of reminds me of that here. I'm going to take a shot with y'all, bro. Fuck it. Let's do Blackhawks. Let's go San Francisco Dons. We're going to bet them separately, and we're going to 2-team parlay them and try to get rich.
Just you wait until I get to NBA.
Speaking of NBA, let's go over there. Let's get over there to the NBA, man. We got the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers, my favorite team, versus the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers land 6.5 on the road. We got the Atlanta Hawks laying 10.5 points on the Philadelphia 76ers. And we have the Boston Celtics laying 17.5 points on the Jazz. Costi?
I'm going with the Lake Show here. This is a fade of Brooklyn. I know no LeBron tonight. I think it's actually going to open up the court more for Luka. I know he's on a he's day to day right now with the back problems. I don't think he's going to sit this one out. I'm probably going to wait to bet this one closer to game time once I know he's playing. But I think the line is indicating that he is going to play. So Lakers for me. Brooklyn just sucks at home, man. This team has been broken for quite some time, and it's not enough points. I need double digits at home to even consider Brooklyn. Second one, I'm taking Toronto Raptors at home. The revenge game after they got beat up on at home by this exact team. Quick revenge at home. I just don't see the same scenario happening here. Toronto's been a really good spot overall at home. I do like them most of the time getting points, but quick revenge here. They're going to beat the doors off of Washington tonight. And then in the third one, I'm taking Boston here laying the points. This team is just finally there was a period of time throughout the season where they were playing with their food, not covering, but now they're back in good form. They've been on this extended now for 5 straight games. Why the no? Fuck you, Tom.
No.
Fine.
Are you saying no because of that pick or no because he put the Raptors in the wrong time slot?
Tim Costi.
No. And no.
Sorry, continue though.
Boston Celtics laying 17.5 points in the NBA and not even sweating it. Talk to me, Jay.
Los Angeles Lakers for me tonight. It's the Luka show. He finna torch the Nets. That's just my thoughts. I don't necessarily the Nets. If they're gonna call me a homer, they're gonna say, "Jay, y'all even the Lakers." It's the Nets at home. All right, come on, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Come on, bro. I'm on the Lakers. I'm on the Jazz. I don't like it. I hate it. Makes my stomach hurt.
So you're saying it gives you the shits?
Yes. I'm probably not betting it. I might. The injury report's disgusting right now, and I'm kind of waiting to see how it plays out. That's really the problem here. Kessler, game time decision, Sexton, Collins. I need to know who's playing. I need to know who's playing.
They've been on that injury tip for weeks now.
Bro, it's disgusting. We're in roster manipulation period of the NBA.
Yeah.
Horford, Tatum, and Porzingis game time decision as well. Hopefully some news drops in the next, 45 or so. I just think, man, I know Boston at home. They've been rolling post All-Star break. This just feels like too many. This kind of feels like a let's go through the motion style spot for Boston in my mind, in my opinion.
What if you threw Oklahoma City in as Boston, 17.5 at home? Who would you take?
What you mean?
Like if instead of Boston, Utah's playing at OKC, laying 17.5.
I'm laying that shit. But Boston, I don't love it. Boston also in the look-ahead spot. They got the Thunder on deck on Wednesday. And then Miami on Friday. Just feels like too many points, bro. Just feels like too many points. I'm going to lean towards Utah. And Atlanta, Philadelphia was the third one, Mr. Costa Durant. And I hate this fucking game. Laying 10.5 with Atlanta, we're asking for it, bro. I'm telling you, we're asking for it. But with as bad as Philadelphia is, the line is 10.5 for a reason. The Hawks a little overrated, overvalued, coming out back-to-back wins over Indiana. I wish they would have lost one of them damn games and this line was 10.5. I would feel much better laying it. But I'm on the Hawks. I'm going to lay the points here in this one. Roof?
Yeah, I'm taking the Lakers. Fate of the Nets at home as an underdog more than anything else. They do their best work on the road. And even with LeBron out, Luke is probable. That's all I need to see. At least you still got one of them in the lineup here. The Nets seem like they just got Cam Thomas back, and all of a sudden Cam Johnson goes out. I don't know. I don't even know what the whole lineup situation is for Brooklyn at this point. I think they're going to start doing the roster manipulation stuff as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. Cam Thomas out for Monday's game. But, yeah, Lakers for me here. Sixers for me here as well. It's a fate of the Hawks more than anything else as well. Don't love it, but it's Hawks or nothing. And I'm taking a step back from half court.
Utah Jazz money line?
Utah Jazz money line.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Plus the points for sure, but it just feels like a sandwich spot of sandwich spots for Boston. They're playing well.
Well, hold on a second. What kind of sandwich are we talking about?
Like, I don't know. What do you think?
Sounds to me like a roast beef sandwich.
That could work.
Rare roast beef.
That could work. But look, I'm
Put some mustard, maybe some Swiss cheese.
I'm not saying I'm putting my mortgage or anything like that on Utah money line. I'm saying it's worth a sprinkle. I'm taking Utah plus the points because Boston's coming out that big win over the Lakers. They have a look-ahead game on Wednesday at home against the Thunder in a potential finals preview. They could care less about beating up on the Utah Jazz. So
you have lost your goddamn mind.
It's better than laying 18 points.
You said sprinkle something on the money line, just like giving your money to the books.
Am I putting $1,000 on Utah money line? No, I'm putting like maybe $20, something like that.
If you could have bought yourself a sandwich,
that's fine. But I'm taking the 17.5 points because, like I said, I think it's like like Jay said, a going through the motion spot for Boston here. And so what if they win this game?
Their motions at home versus this fucking trash-ass Utah team that has nobody playing.
Do you think the Boston Celtics give two shits about beating up on the Utah Jazz?
Their backups could beat the Utah Jazz by 17 points.
That's fine. But this is, also if the Utah Jazz
bring you in as a 3-point specialist.
I'm down. If the Utah Jazz have a bunch of guys injured, it's what we saw with the Memphis Grizzlies last year. You're giving other younger guys a chance to get some playing time.
They were actually a good team. That's different.
I'm saying though, if the Utah Jazz are going to continue to have all these guys out, guys are going to have to take the floor eventually, and they're going to try to take advantage of their opportunities. Teams like Utah are going to treat games like Boston against their NBA, like their NBA finals.
The last three road games, this prolific Jazz team we're talking about with Karl Malone and John Stockton, they lost at Washington, at Toronto, at Philly. Lost your goddamn mind.
So, I said taking Utah plus the points, but I'm sprinkling a little bit on Utah money line just for fun.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all.
What it's somebody just posted Utah Jazz Blackhawks money line.
Utah Jazz Blackhawks San Francisco.
San Francisco money line. You probably get plus 10,000 on that.
San Francisco, Utah Jazz, Blackhawks round robin.
Nah, fuck a round robin. Just straight money line it.
Nah, because you're gonna hit 2 or 3 of them and be crying, like, because it's gonna be so much fucking money. You're gonna be sitting there crying. Like, so you gotta have a robin.
Now I gotta look to see what the odds are for that.
Here, I'm gonna give it to you right now. I'll hook you up.
Let me tell you. Let me see what the odds on that 3-team parlay is.
Plus 45,000. Chris, your sandwich bet, $20 pays you 10 grand. That's a lot of sandwiches. That's a lot of sandwiches. Plus 45,000. And that's They're only giving me 365 on FanDuel right now on Blackhawks.
I done burn money way worse ways, man.
I was just about to say, people I'm getting plus 42,000. So
That's because you're in Canada.
no, it's because I'm on a different book than you.
No, I'm just going to, you're in Canada.
I'm getting
Tariff.
52.
Plus 52,000.
That's not bad.
Y'all can make me gamble hard. Sitting out there sweating trash ass teams to win that.
They all cover. They all three lose.
We got the Hornets and the Heat, Wizards and the Raptors, Pacers and the Bulls. I'm not in love with none of these games. Pacers need to bounce back. Chicago not as good at home as they are on the road. I'm a little pissed off at the Pacers, so I'm not rushing to the window to bet them today. I'm just being real with y'all. We lose back-to-back to the Hawks, bro. You kind of shit list. I'm on the Raptors. Unless we have a clear and concise reason to fade them boys at home, we not doing it. We not doing it. We riding with them. Unless we have a clear and concise reason not to bet the Toronto Raptors at home, we riding with them. And then the Hornets and the Heat, pass. Ruffalo.
And they're coming from Washington. So you know they're going to get stopped for an extra 20 minutes through customs.
Yeah.
Coming from the capital.
Small lean on Miami in that game against Charlotte. They won both meetings over Charlotte. This is their fifth home game, last 6 games. They've lost 4 or 5. They desperately need a bounce back game. I'm just personally not laying 9.5 points with Miami, but I know somebody might want to force to play it. That's the way I would lean. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the under in Hornets Heat. That's probably one of my favorite, to be honest. The Hornets just continue to struggle offensively. You know, getting to 100 points is an issue for this team. The Miami Heat, for me, have been a team that have always been sort of defense first, not necessarily worried about piling points on the board. So in like a first to 105 wins kind of game, I'm taking the under Hornets Heat. Lean towards the Raptors with you. You said fade to the Wizards more than anything else. I don't love laying big numbers with the Raptors at home, but it is Raptors or nothing. Pacers, Bulls. Again, I lean towards the Pacers, but not rushing to bet it.
You're rushing to bet the Jazz. I get
100%.
Jazz, Blackhawks.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if people are just like, for fun, just like if you have $1, I wouldn't talk about Pepperdine, but I'm saying like throwing San Francisco in there. You put $1 on to potentially win for like $450. There's worse things that you can do with $1.
I'm not doing it.
You don't have to.
I'd rather keep my dollar and get myself a big bite from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you would go after a wiener.
No.
Sorry, I had to.
You guys need to call the hotline, seriously. Something's happening. I don't have
do not be trying to mosey your way at your ass over here when we cash this parlay though. I don't want to hear none of that extra shit. When we cash it, just be like, I can't believe I missed out. I'm an idiot.
Big dog riding parlay. We might as well just not even do the parlay section at the end of the show. There's really no need.
No, we're still going to do one. I'm just saying, just acknowledge that that's what the parlay is going to be, or one of them is going to be, anyways. It's like that's like a predetermined parlay.
Watch them all come out and get blown out.
Oh yeah, it's entirely possible and probably it's going to happen.
Oh man, that shit is hilarious. All right, man. Let's keep it up.
Good is, like this is the scenario. This is how I could see it happening for you guys. We put in the parlay now, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the entire Celtics roster's on rest tonight. Then we're in business. Blackhawks, feel like we have a really good shot there. San Fran, fucking Zach. So I like it. If the Celtics just rest everybody, we're in business.
Conference tournament.
The Dons have to at some point beat this nemesis of theirs. They have to.
The 12 seeds made it. The 12 seed made it to the semifinals of the CAA tournament. Anything can happen in a one and done tournament.
And for all you pussy bettors out there, you could hit the first two legs and still cash out before San Fran starts at 11:30. Never cash out. Hold.
I'm not going to say.
What are you going to say?
No. Just keep going.
What you got in this slot, Costa?
Well, the reason I didn't talk about Philly, Atlanta is because that's a pass for me. Taking Indianapolis. Bounce back spot. I think you guys, I know you saw them lose to Atlanta back-to-back, but they're tricky games when they play each other the same arena back-to-back. I think it's the first year they're doing that consistently. For whatever reason, it usually you would see a bounce back spot in these situations from teams that lose, and it's a lot of these home teams have been sweeping. So I'm not too worried about it. It's a fate of Chicago at home. Pacers bounce back tonight, win by double digits. And then the third one, I really don't love it. Miami sucks. They have been covering. Neither is Charlotte. It's just, I guess it would be a fate of Charlotte on the road, but I just think it's too many points for Miami to lay at home. I don't know. I'm taking a Ruffalo on that one.
I'm still laughing at the big bite because no matter what you do, whether it's a parlay or a big bite, both of them are going to give you a stomachache at one point in the night.
No, they're not. Because I don't get the bread. I get the big bite. I get the onions, the relish, some mustard.
The bread's not what's going to give you the bubble guts.
It doesn't.
It's the Quickie Mart hot dog that's been spinning on the grill for 12 hours.
I'm not at a Quickie Mart. I'm at 7-Eleven. And it's self-serve, so you can pick the one you want.
Costa just yelled at me about.
Just get out of here.
We got the Magic and the Rockets, the Suns and the Grizzlies, and the Thunder and the Nuggets. Roof, I think you're up.
To me. All right. Well, I'm going to take the Grizzlies here. I know it's a back-to-back spot for the Grizzlies. It is for the Suns as well. Memphis still the better team on the second half of a back-to-back, better cover team this season. Just better team overall. I just can't trust the Phoenix Suns. I took the Suns yesterday against the Mavs. I said to myself, if the Phoenix Suns don't win that game, they're cooked. Good job, Phoenix. You won a game you're supposed to win. You covered a game you're supposed to cover. Great. Reality is now you're still going to take on a Memphis team that's still been rock solid at home this season, 22-10, straight up. So I'll take Memphis. I'm also going to take the under in Houston or Orlando. The injury report doesn't look great for Houston right now. Amen Thompson is out for a couple weeks with an ankle sprain. Fred VanVleet's questionable. If both those guys miss, I could see Houston taking more of a defensive approach to try to win this game. They excel defensively as it is, especially at home. Orlando, again, I'm still not trusting this Orlando team offensively. And I'm going to lean towards Denver plus the 9. I don't love it, but I think this is just a game where I kind of want the points in a quick turnaround spot. I think OKC wins, but I think Denver covers. Costi, what do you like?
Was there a third one?
It was Grizzlies, Suns, Rockets, Magic, Thunder, Nuggets.
Just checking something. So in the first one, Grizzlies for me, fate of the Suns. This team is still the worst covering team. One of the worst covering teams in the NBA. It's a fate of them on the road. Memphis is really, really good at home. They're both coming off. This is a back end of a back-to-back for both teams. I actually had New Orleans yesterday, and they got the cover, but Memphis won the game. They just play really well at home. I know they had a bad road stand before, where they lost 4 in a row, but there was a lot of injuries in that span in the beginning of March. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them, and just a fade of Phoenix. So I'll lay the 4 with the Grizzlies. I'm on the Nuggets. The Nuggets got completely embarrassed yesterday in the same gym. This is a better team than most people even think. They've been playing really good ball since All-Star break. They're 41-23 overall now. They win on the road. They're 19-14. They have a really good road record. I just think Oklahoma City wins this game. Jokic is supposed to play again. I'll probably wait closer to game time to actually bet it. But same arena, same spot. They don't want to get embarrassed. These are both the top teams in the West. I'm gonna grab the 9 points here with Denver to not get blown out back to back. I know Oklahoma City's just been on fire covering and winning, but I just trust Denver in this spot, getting the 9. And then in the last one, this is a fate of Orlando. I know without Van Fleet, this team has struggled, but they've put together 2 in a row wins against the Pelicans. They're still a really good home team against really good teams. Houston, I stay away from them, and I don't bet them nearly as much as I used to at home, but this is just a fate of the Magic. They both had a day's rest. Magic just came in and beat Milwaukee for the first time, and it's not going to take them off the do not bet list. So Houston for me, laying the 4.5. Lost you?
Yeah, I think we lost him for a little bit. Let's see if he comes back. But if he does, we'll circle back to those 3 games. But the last 3 games we got the Mavericks and the Spurs. We got the Blazers and the Warriors, and the Knicks and the Kings. Cost any like these 3?
It's really hard to play. I mean, I want to say the Kings. The Knicks. Just without Brunson, I still think they're a better team than Sacramento. I'm not obsessed with laying 3 on the road, but I think they're going to squeak this one out and get the win. And then I'm going to take Golden State laying the points. They're just better they're just much, much better than Portland. Portland's really struggled of late, losing 3 in a row, 4 out of their last 5. Golden State, since the trade, has been phenomenal. And not only are they winning games, they're covering games. Just a different dynamic here with Jimmy in town. Yeah, they lost at Philly, but outside of that, they beat some really good teams, including Detroit. They went on the road and beat the Knicks. I mean, they have a lot of signature wins here on the road and at home. So I trust them on the road. I trust them at home. They've been playing equally as good on the road and at home. I'm not too worried about the 11.5. I see this being a blowout.
Yeah, the only one I like of these 3 is the Warriors. Don't get me wrong. I stand by, my backing of the Blazers when they were sort of red hot. They're still 18-15-1 against the spread on the road, but just 12-22 straight up. But the Warriors, since getting Jimmy Butler, when this team is healthy, team's dangerous. And yeah, they're missing Podziemski and they're missing Kuminga tonight, but I stand by it. When Golden State picked up Jimmy Butler, you gave Golden State a secondary option, a secondary scorer, that all of a sudden Steph Curry doesn't have to have all the pressure to do all the heavy lifting offensively for this team. He can go back to playing his game. He can distribute and score. It's not on him to score 40, 45 points a night and hit 8 threes. So I like what this Golden State team has done. They've been dominant since acquiring Butler for the most part. They did get the push at home against Detroit, but I'm really high on that Detroit team, so I'm not holding that against Golden State. Portland, really struggled in their games on the road against top tier teams. They lost by double digits to Boston and OKC at the back end of their recent road trip. And I think Golden State gets it done here on the road. So give me Golden State. Oh boy, I'm not touching Mavs Spurs. I just have no real read on that game because the Spurs are openly trying to tank. The Mavs are just a shell of themselves at this point. Knicks Kings again, like you said, with no Brunson, it's hard to feel great about the Knicks, but they're still favored on the road in this spot. I lean towards the Knicks because the bonus is still banged up, right? I think so. I'm just making sure I have that right information. Yeah, Sabonis is still out with a hamstring strain. Malik Monk looks like he was out for the rest of the game against the Clippers, and Jay Crowder's missing this game as well. I just think the Knicks can exploit the Kings inside and get the job done. So give me the Knicks, but again, I don't love it.
Get it.
I think I hope Jay's coming back. But Costi, what do you got going on with the sharp trading plays? Let everybody know what's going on.
So we launched a brand new product for Safer Syndicate Group, which is a coalition of a lot of the sharps that I rub shoulders with. This is not just my plays. It's 5 different groups that are feeding me college baseball, golf, college basketball, NBA with a different unit rating attached to every game. That's why, like I always say in my videos, they're not on the leaderboards because they have a different monetary value to each play. This is really for our bigger players. It's really what Mitch wanted me to bring to this platform, is something for somebody, some sort of program for somebody out there in different levels. And this is for our bigger players. So if you're really interested in really taking your betting seriously and bet as a business, not a losing hobby, my number is right on pickdogs.com. It's my cell phone number. You can reach me anytime on that directly, and I'll go over the program with you.
Definitely check that out. Phone number is on the website. What did you say was under?
It's right now. You'll see it under Insider Plays. But
Insider Plays. Okay.
It's changed over because we changed a lot of things. I've brokered these different groups to work with me and give me the plays in real time. So it's all text message. It's one-on-one service. It's not something you can buy on the site. It's something for a client that wants more of that white glove service.
All right. Yeah, for me today, I got my $15 college hoops play of the day. Smashed it yesterday. Now back-to-back winners with Drake. This is where we're going to start getting into the meat and potatoes, though. The college hoops cards are rock solid. We're in conference tournament play across the board. I just put up my my college basketball tournament pass, really reduced price. So if you're just looking to bet college hoops, you can jump on that. But yeah, use the promo code PICK. I got a 3-pack for college hoops as well, and a blowout winner for tonight's plays. So definitely check that out. I might put in an NBA play. Not 100% sure on it yet. I'm trying to still get a feel for the card, but yeah, that's what I got going on. And bring it back.
So I got nothing as of right now. No jam session, no nothing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm lacking. The time change fucked me up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You had a routine and that got thrown off by an hour. Everything will be up here momentarily, though. Just be patient. We're gonna kick the crap out of the books today. That's what I'm trying to do. Heavy NBA card, heavy NBA action for me. You get a heavy dose of NBA today. So coming off of such a great weekend, so looking to do some damage Monday through Friday. That's what we've been doing for the most part. So let's do it today. Let's bounce back. Let's make some money. Hop on long term. Let's do it. Pay me up with one of the guys, man. Let's make some money today.
Absolutely. All right. What do you guys say we put some parlays together?
Parlay time.
San Francisco Dons, money line. Utah Jazz, money line. Chicago Blackhawks, money line. Plus 52,000. I got another one, though, but I'll come back in a second.
Yeah, I got one for you. This one's actually going to be even more.
Oh.
San Francisco Dons, money line. Chicago Blackhawks, money line. And the sleeper, Pepperdine, money line.
I'm going to go with the over in Delaware Towson, over in Gonzaga San Francisco, maybe throw in the San Francisco kicker, and the Golden State Warriors.
Boring.
I'm gonna go.
Everybody knows what my other parlay is, so I don't know.
Warriors, Nuggets, Grizzlies.
I like that.
Warriors, Nuggets, Grizzlies. Look, 13. In and out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything else from y'all boys?
Nothing for me. Let's make it a winning day. Let's watch that parlay tonight and see if anything comes through with it. I mean, I like you guys have said, we've taken shots with our money in worse ways. So
Talking about yourself, I don't. Must be talking about yourself.
wow, Mr. Huff and Puff.
Listen.
Mr. Huff and Puff, Mr. $700 cigar, Mr. Mr. Crossbody Louis bag, Mr.
You wore once.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I can think of some ways you to spend more money than $100 parlay for $52,000. I'm just saying.
I played Friday night. Huff and Puff took care of me.
It did.
Yep. Every now and then, I played this stupid fucking dumb slot called Mo Mummy. Terrible.
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
That's terrible. I lost 1,000 in that in 5 minutes. I was like, what is this? Well, this is terrible. No bonus, nothing.
Yep. Costa, you got to set up the March Madness shit. We got to set it up here soon.
I'll set it up. I'm gonna. Well, I can't set it up until the brackets drop. I don't think I can. I'll check it out today.
All right. I don't know if we got
What are we offering? What are you offering?
I don't know. We'll see. We still got time to figure that out, but I'm just trying to let people know we got time. We will have one again. Wednesday, next Wednesday, man, we counting it down. We're 9 days away from the celebration of life of Money Man Mitch. It starts with a casino crawl and we're gonna start at 9 a.m. Vegas time in the Aria. So be there or be square. Can't wait to see all of your faces. Yep, that's it. That's it for me.
All right. Make it a winning day. See you guys bright and early tomorrow. Same time, same channel.
Same time, same channel.
Peace.